guys, welcome back. This is Unit 6, Section 4, Rational Exponents. So my first three examples today, we are going to take exponent form and put it into radical form. One thing I want to talk about before we begin. Square root has a power of 1/2. Cube root has a power of 1/3. And fourth root has a power of 1/4. And that will get us started. So when I have an exponent of 1/4, this becomes the fourth root of x, and that's my answer. Here, this becomes the square root of k to the 7th, but I can reduce that. This becomes the square root of k to the 6th times k. And 6 divided by 2 is 3, so this is k cubed, square roots of k. And now I have one more example. I have 7 square roots of 12w. But I know that 12 is 4 times 3. And the square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 7 is 14. Square roots of 3w. And that's what that looks like. Now instead of going from exponent form to radical form, we're going to go from radical form to exponent form. So we're going to look at 16 in cube root has an exponent of 1/3. And remember to use parentheses. Square root has an exponent of 1/2. And using parentheses helps us really understand what is being raised to the power. And this already starts with a 7. 7 times 1/2 is 7/2. And there you go. Now, we're going to talk about simplifying and multiplying some things together and then using these exponents. So I'm going to erase and then I'm going to do several more examples before I leave you to practice. So I have x to the 1/3 times x to the 4/3. And I have 16 to the 2/3 times 16 to the negative 1/3. And I have 216 to the negative 1/3 power. And then I have 4th root of 25. And then I have so here, when I multiply, I keep the bases the same and I add the exponents. So this becomes x to the 5/3. But remember 5/3 is greater than 1. So this becomes x to the 3/3 plus, times x to the 2/3, which gives me x cube root of x squared. I know that looks a little weird. Now, I have here 2/3 plus negative 1/3 is 16 to the 1/3 power, which gives me the cube root of 16, which is 8 times 2, right? The cube root of 8 is 2, so this becomes 2 cube roots of 2, and I'm done. Now I have a negative exponent, so this becomes 1 over the cube root of 216. Remember, when I have negative exponents, it flips, and the cube root of 16 right here is 6. So I am left with 1 over 6. Now, before I do anything here, this is important to know that 1/12 is divisible by 7. I get 1, 7, 42, it's 16. So 16 to the negative 1/4 power is 1 over the 4th root of 16. The 4th root of 16 is 2, so this is 1/2. See how that works? Now, this is 25 to the 1/4 power times m squared to the 1/4 power. 25 is 5 squared to the 1/4, which is 5 to the 2/4, which is 5 to the 1/2. Similarly over here, this becomes to the 2/4, which is m to the 1/2. So this becomes the square root of 5m altogether. That's kind of nice. Now I have a very interesting thing here, because I have 4 to the 1st power over 4 to the 1/3 power. And when we divide, we subtract the exponents. So 1 minus 2/3, this becomes 1 minus 1/3 is 2/3. So then I have cube root of 4 squared, which is the cube root of 16. And 16 is the cube root of 8 times 2. Cube root of 8 is 2. So I get the 2 cube root, sorry about that, of 2. And that's how we reduce some radicals. Hopefully you learned something today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.